Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Sherry,
And I'm Brooke.
and Brooke is reacting to something. She's reacting
Xena.
to Xena, Warrior Princess.
I know it's Xena because Bara said they were excited for me to see this episode. I think in chat, and you said you were excited for me to see this episode. So I
Yep,
know.
yep. I told Brooke, I said, hopefully you can do two. And she's like, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, it worked out. My mechanic saved us. We're all good. I still have to stream later, but now I don't know what I'm gonna stream later because I had a stream planned and the person who was gonna do it with me canceled like 2 hours ago. So now I have to come up with a new stream idea.
Oh,
But I've
okay.
decided not to stress out about it until after.
I could stream music on Main for you.
You're
That's what's
just like,
happening today for us and
I
the Apple Pie
know.
Festival.
Yeah, I know. I kind of wish I had all the IRL stuff on my phone and I could just go somewhere, but the local First Friday was yesterday. But we'll
Okay.
see. I'll come up with something. I'll either play a game or
Or
who
some.
fucking knows.
I'm not telling you the title of this one, but
Mm.
I do have some things to get out of the way. Or, no, I don't. Oh, they didn't comment on any of our Xenas when I got this ready for us two
Drama.
weekends
Comment
ago.
on Xena. Rude.
Oh, they have since, but
Oh,
yeah,
I take
I
it
lied.
back.
I don't have anything to pre get ready for us. So,
I take it back.
do you even remember what our last episode was?
Hell no. It would come back to me if I thought about it.
The Xena Scrolls.
Oh, right, with Indiana Jones.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I remember now.
So, kind of a out of pocket, not part of the main storyline.
No, but not bad for a clip episode.
Right. Like I said, I'm not telling you this one. Anything else you want to say before we get started?
I think that they should subscribe to my channel and your channel, and they should like the video. And I think even if they think they're subscribed, they should double check because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes you and it's rude.
Yep, I've had it unsubscribe me from folks, and I'm like, I swear I
I'm just
subscribed.
saying.
All
They
right.
should also watch your latest video after this one and my latest video after this one, whatever they may be.
Oh, we're adding to the spiel.
Yeah, that's right. I'm demanding more.
One more.
2025's been bad, okay?
On that note, let's go ahead and see who Xena is killing, who Gabrielle's falling in love
Let's
with, and
go.
what return stars we're going to have.
She hasn't fallen in love with anyone since her husband died.
True, true. Maybe she won't fall in love with anybody else the rest of the series.
Mm.
She was Xena. Her courage will change the world.
Pretty.
I think it's so beautiful there. I want to visit New Zealand and Australia someday.
Yeah,
My
it's
friends and I
nice.
want to
It
visit
wasn't always like
Budapest
this.
next year, but I think I'll have to get
See
a
that
fake
wreck up
phone
on the
so I
rocks?
can get back in the country.
Looks
My
like the
real
remains of a
phone here.
warship. One of dozens of attacks.
I had a hard time hearing you over them.
Oh,
When
sorry.
was it?
I was saying I want to
It's been almost a
internationally
year
travel
now since
next
the
year,
peace
but I'm
was
going to have to
signed.
get a burner phone and leave
That's
my
plenty
real
of
phone
time
here.
for things to
So I
return
can
to
get back
safe and
in.
normal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, clumsy ass.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I think so.
Eaty dog.
They're so deep. Hey, look!
They're not that deep, Gabrielle.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of them, too.
She doesn't
know what
even
I'm
have a
having for dinner.
permit.
I thought you said it was peaceful.
Don't chase women.
It's our Baywatch moment.
What the fuck?
I love how they come out of nowhere screaming. Is that Queen Nairobi?
I think similar hair.
You can hear the clams. I don't know if
No,
they'll
it's
be able to hear it, but
Salmonius, of course.
yeah, they said Salmonius called for them.
And it's not above accepting financial remuneration.
Salmonius, what are you doing?
Xena! I was just
Hit him with a
talking about
clam.
you. Sort of.
Beauty contest. You sent urgent word for us to come and see some underdressed, overdeveloped bimbos in a beauty contest.
It's a feeble excuse for men to exploit and degrade women.
Oh, at least it's an adult
Wrong
pageant.
as usual, Miss Sunshine. And it had such
Thelmonious
potential.
is
And
woke.
Lord Claren proposed it as a way to celebrate a year of merchandising, local franchises, off-runway betting.
Wake me when you get to the urgent.
What we need, see, is a contestant to keep an eye on things from the inside.
Oh, no. Don't even look at me. Now you know
That
how
eye
I
wink
feel
was
about
horrible.
women being victimized by meat markets.
Xena's like, I'll do it.
But war makes everyone a victim. Meet Miss Amphipolis.
Oh yeah, queen.
And hence the title of the episode, Miss Amphipolis.
She can be her skill can be throwing the chakram.
Warlords
I want world
and
peace.
kings.
If she throws the
A man
chakram, she won't be
cry
undercover anymore.
out for a hero.
What would be your perfect date? April 25th. It's not too hot. It's not
Not
too
too
cold.
cold. We've passed April 25th, by the way.
Mighty princess.
I
Today
would
is-
vlog that
forged
meme.
in the heat of
Every
May the
April
3rd?
25th.
I think it's May the
Yeah,
3rd.
because tomorrow's May the 4th and I have a Star Wars video coming out.
Ah, may the 4th be with you.
the
May the
passion.
4th be with you. I think I put that in the title. See if it helps.
So do you have any idea why Bara and I would be excited for you to see a pageant episode?
I think it could just be funny, I guess.
Okay.
Or they're lesbians, which is still my dream. But I don't think I'm gonna get my dream, and it's fine. I'll live. I got it on Buffy for a while.
Yeah, I saw
They ripped my heart out and
Remember,
stepped on
anybody
it.
asks, you're Miss
Your
Amphipolis,
last
and you're her
upload,
sponsor,
yeah.
the Marquesa.
What?
Each girl competes in 3 events to win.
She's not
This
very
one event,
hidden.
whatever the reason, you're out of the pageant. You can't get back in.
Watch it, Plod. Can't you see from up there?
I'm rude.
got
Excuse
skipping,
me,
no
Miss
skipping.
Massini? And her sponsor, the Marquesa.
She looks familiar. But
Sponsored by
again,
the
she might just
Doge
look like
of
somebody
Massini.
who looks like
Hello.
somebody.
It's good to meet you. Oh, don't let us
Gabrielle,
keep you
what is
from...
going on? Damn, they tried to kill her. Oh
Did you
god.
see that? He saved my life.
Free her.
Yes!
And I don't think my sponsor will either once he finds
Girl,
out about
I'm
it.
gonna have to like ask how you didn't notice the bow, like the crossbow on the ceiling, but okay.
Because nobody ever looks up, as somebody
Talk
else
about
said in
Other
one of the other
people-
reactions somewhere.
Other people should be like
Miss Massini
me
had been
and look
skewered.
at
The Doge would've
everything
blamed
but
the
other
two.
people.
I would have lost both the piece and my shirt in one fell swoop.
Your
I think it
concern
was
is
the review.
So touching.
I think it was the review crew that said nobody ever looks up because I think they were reacting to the episode with the slug monster thing from space. They're like, how can you not notice that on the ceiling?
Nobody looks up. I look up all the time because I'm scared there are spiders on the ceiling.
I've got some spider webs.
Yeah, so I'm always checking that a spider's not about to drop on me.
Matron of the pageant coming in. Oh, there's
Hello.
no time for modesty. You're wearing the robe inside out.
That was kind of dramatic
God,
for
there's
that.
beauty on girls like you. I'll never know.
Me too.
If I had half your
little
looks.
little
Robe, I
dramatic.
was just so totally thrilled to be here that
Save it for the judges. I'm on a schedule.
I think the audience is expected for her to say, "You look like Princess Diana."
Yeah, that or
One
I
of
was
you wants
thinking
to
the
stop me
tramp
from
lady.
winning, that's why.
Hey, that looks like
It's an insult.
Eurydice.
Please, we don't know for a fact
Orestes.
that anything.
What about me?
my girl is going to win this one?
What do you
say
mean?
my girl?
My girlfriend's gonna win. No, my girlfriend's gonna win. What is
Is
this?
this a private bash or can any sponsor join?
You're a
Gabrielle,
sponsor.
what
That's right.
is
I
this
am
character
called the
decision?
Marquesa. And from what I just hear, I am the lot better sponsor than any of you. Get a life. And yours is attacked, but it's your disgrace.
I do love telling a
Give me
man to get a
break.
life.
And I suppose if yours gets hurt, did all of you.
So does France
Just who is your
exist,
contestant?
Gabrielle?
Her name is Miss Amphipolis.
Her being
It might not
sponsored by a
exist, but they
woman.
would still have the
I'll
accent.
say. And all I can say is Miss Amphipolis better not get in my way.
Thanks for the warning. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Damn, hate when you're talking shit.
I like how they all have
Too much steam, I
seersucker.
turn all pretty.
Yeah, me too.
Although seersucker is comfortable.
She's like, I'm not going anywhere because I don't feel bad that I talk shit.
Sounds like this pageant means a lot to you, huh?
No, she has a scar. Now she can never
Is it
win.
something I said?
Xena gets to be a girly girl.
Girly girl. They locked her in. I knew it immediately. I was like, she's not getting that. You better find a way out. Just go the way the other lady went. Not even trying the other doors is crazy.
Gone. Finito. Out!
I know that.
I thought
So
she
do
was
those
going to show up.
wolves. But I'm telling you, they'll do anything to win.
That's unusually perceptive of you. The
We
question
know.
is, which one is it?
That's why we're
I wish
here.
I knew.
Bye-bye!
And they thought SNL developed Bye-Bye.
Bye-bye. What category is this?
Give it up for Miss Artifice, huh?
Miss Artifice.
Slay.
It wouldn't be an episode with Salmonius without him Googling.
We love a corset top. Oh,
Gotta repeat that.
commercial.
Is that really you?
Sorry.
No shit.
Looking for this?
Oh God. Turned her head like a dog.
Now I want some straight answers.
Have you got the wrong girl?
Okay, it's Queen.
Okay, I was just
literally.
kidding. Where's your sense of humor?
What made you think I'd tell?
You really
Drag
don't
queen.
get it, do you?
Okay,
I guess
but
being born a
slay.
woman, you wouldn't. This is a chance to use a part of me most people usually laugh at.
No
May
quitting.
the best person win.
What else
Xena's
can
woke.
I do? We've always been equal even during the...
I just don't want it to lose.
Very understanding.
Is there a second and third place?
I do not tell her anything.
I love that
We
shows like
are
this
a
could have stuff like this, and now, like, if you just have a character that's a woman, people are like, it's
right.
woke.
Yeah.
One more incident.
I'm like, we used to be
I'm
able to,
bringing in my
like, talk about
troops.
stuff and, like,
That makes two
actually
of us.
have critical thinking skills.
I'll send out a call
Yeah.
for more volunteers.
Love critical thinking.
Now it's like there's a black person in it, woke,
Yes.
DEI,
Asking
and
stuff.
you're like,
That works for you?
Yeah.
what's
Every
happening?
time.
We've seen him play other
A
characters.
beauty
Yeah.
pageant is like a war. The power, the passion,
It's like, Jesus.
desire to win.
Gabrielle, we're not here to win. We're here to stop a war.
Gabrielle's like, I am.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
here to win. I've
There's no
given up
harm
on
in
saving
winning,
lives.
right?
And whatever happens...
Why can't you say
stay
win
upright.
and save lives?
Okay, let's
Yeah.
hit it. I'm born
Did they
of
practice at all?
in your day. Like,
Well, it's not like this happens every year yet. So everybody had
Okay,
something
take
happen to
5.
them.
I'll work with you slowly in small groups.
Well, yeah, that is how you should have started.
And that was practice.
You move
Doing the
very
first
well.
practice in full costume is
Thanks.
great.
You look familiar. Have we met before?
I'm sure
Now.
I would have remembered. You keep your greasy lips off my arm. And apologize.
I'm sorry.
Not to me. To her.
Yeah, she did just see you do that, bro.
Hi, Hazel.
him.
Next we have Miss Skiros.
I was going to
As
say,
cool
could you
as the
imagine her
Marvel
winning
country
Miss
is known for,
Congeniality
Miss
for being
Skiros'
mean?
hobbies include music, exotic
Iconic.
dancing, her favorite deity, Aphrodite. Skiros,
Aphrodite
everybody.
slay.
And doing volunteer work with her local Hestian virgins. Put them together for the phenomenal Miss Amphipolis.
That's Xena, warrior princess.
Xena's not allowed to compete?
Arrest the warrior princess.
I'm not Xena. Who the fuck is Xena?
Honey, I'm no princess.
Oh. Icon.
I'm a queen.
Literally.
And knowing the complete score to every musical ever written. Put them together for Miss Artifice, everybody. When I read out your names, will you please step
They didn't even have a talent
Here they are.
competition.
The 5 semi-finalists for the crown of Miss Known World.
With the harp lady, with her best life queen.
Miss Artifice.
Yay, slay queen.
Miss Amphipolis.
That girl didn't look happy. Guys, what is the chances? These are all the characters that have lines.
There they are.
I guess we both got our secrets. Thanks for keeping mine.
Aw, friends. And
Now
we're
don't
never.
forget to come back
Is
for
my
a
drag
final
queen
round,
friend
the
gonna get to
talent
stay, or am I gonna have
competition.
Joxer back in the next one?
Yeah, we finally get an episode without Joxer.
You would be a shoo-in if you did. As a bard and a fellow creative artist, I can understand that. Which just
But
leaves
do it
us
for
one
me.
question.
Finding out who's sabotaging things
It's a
would be a
big
great
file.
start.
Unless it's a
Next time
dagger.
they strike, someone could get killed.
I can't tell.
You.
About what to do for my talent.
She could do gymnastics or something. Girl can flip.
What are you doing here? That is, I thought you'd be rehearsing for the talent event.
Is she
And
sabotaging
aren't
them
you
because
supposed
she's
to be at the meeting?
jealous?
What about everything else our girls have been through? At least.
I don't know.
Most of
Maybe
our
try to
girls.
actually figure it out
Can I
instead
help
of
it if
fighting in
mine's
between
lucky?
each other like
I'm
big
beginning
fucking
to think
babies.
maybe you can.
Funny how nothing's happened to your contestant. Yet.
Cringe.
You are here to celebrate the peace and work together. Now just shut up
Together.
and do it! This is sabotage!
Gabrielle, it's just a bad dress.
Bad dress, Xena, chiffon is bad, chartreuse is bad, but this is a disaster. You will be eliminated.
Yeah, that's
halfway
so
down the
ugly,
catwalk.
dude.
Calm down.
You could probably rip the flowers off. There we go. It's great. Perfect. Xena's a fashion designer. I kind
You're
of like
pretty good
that
with a knife.
bottom.
I have many skills.
Famous line.
I am on the it's that lady train right now.
She is acting very
Okay, that's a
suspicious.
6 skill.
Well,
Slay.
it's not Sophocles, but it'll have to do.
Oh no, someone's crying.
What happened?
What are you doing with a harp out on the
Nothing, I'm
beach?
fine.
How'd she get it
Really,
out
just
here?
something in my eye is all. I think it's a crock. We all do.
Her dress is
Except for you.
gorgeous. Why didn't I get that ugly flower?
Then you're not from around here.
What about your feelings?
Ugh.
Don't
Hurt
they
men's
count?
feelings.
That it's hard for him to see past that to the person underneath.
I'm trying to be nice, but it is giving. It's so hard to be hot.
And I guess a lot of people make that mistake.
It's so hard.
Yeah,
You?
just a little bit.
I know so. So should you.
Yeah, what Xena said. I'm not getting past the giant clam. It looks like it's from that Aphrodite. Or no, yeah, the Aphrodite
Yeah.
painting. Where's the Venus?
What are we cutting from above?
What am I doing in there? Don't know. I can't see any.
Hey.
I make my own luck. Then you don't
Okay,
need a pageant
slay.
to change it, do you?
Her dress is ugly though.
There
Sorry.
you are. They pushed up the talent event. It's already started.
There's your talent show.
I was saying, like, what do you mean?
Yes!
That was kind of bad. But support you.
Thank you, Miss Massini, for that lovely rendition of whatever that song you just played was. Miss Massini, everybody! And now, Miss Artifice!
Wow. I'm not saying ribbon twirling isn't a skill.
Any trouble so far?
Nothing a hook
I
wouldn't
was going to
solve.
say, you got to
If you
keep
mean
the
danger,
ribbons
not
up
yet.
the entire time,
Maybe
and
we're
that
scared off
can
the
be
people who are trying
difficult.
to get the girls.
Maybe.
Got herself
Like-
tied up.
She should have lip synced for her life.
I
We
know.
have an act to be a
I don't
real
know if
charmer.
when Drag Race
Miss
started.
Skittles!
I don't know, but my movie night I recorded this week was But I'm a Cheerleader with RuPaul, so this is kind of crazy coincidence. Okay. Is this snake gonna fight her?
Oh, is that supposed to be rock rather than wood?
I think it's supposed to be fake set. Or, oh, it might just look fake. But it's meant to look real. That's my bad. I thought it was like somebody built the set, so it's still supposed to look like a set. We did our talent together. My talent is fighting this snake.
She saved the snake.
Ta-da! We did a duo performance. That was meant to happen.
Ta-da!
Okay, so that guy who's putting on the pageant is also involved, so the lady is definitely involved.
What does she think she's doing? She certainly picked a fine time to go touring around the castle. Doesn't she know it's dangerous out there?
She'll be fine. To leave
It's Xena.
4 hungry children and a crop in the field. Kenny Rogers, for those that don't know.
And then this is over and we're home
How many
free.
men am I gonna watch
Unless
get
something
hit over
happens
the
to her,
head?
then we're not so home free.
No one else knows she's at the castle.
At least they're spreading the love. You might have been right.
Miss Amphipolis.
Or
I'm
she
Lord
tries to
Claron.
save them.
Oh, that could be.
I'd stake
Yeah.
my life that the judges will choose you as the winner. I said that I'd stake my life, where in fact, I'm staking yours.
What are you doing?
Okay.
You wouldn't understand.
Rude.
And then the peace came, and the good times were gone. That's why we need another war, to bring back the prosperity.
He's a war hawk.
And that's why you have
Who is he, an American president?
So you're the one who's sabotaging this pageant. But why don't we ask the fools themselves?
Oh, she knocked them out.
Yeah.
But how
Like-
did you surprise me.
You really shouldn't hold a knife to her, dude. This could not end well for you. You love killing people.
Well-assembled parts. And maybe I won't have to
Quit dragging that dagger all over my chest.
Stop being weird.
You don't
Yeah,
want
no, you're trying to be evil, but it's kind of just coming off.
On the contrary.
Are we having fun yet?
Kick his ass.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
That line to go with your other statement. It's hard being hot.
Hard being hot.
The
What
judges have
happened with
voted.
your bangs,
They're
Lucy?
ready to crown
Yeah,
you.
what's going on? They must have brushed them back, but it looked really weird when she took that off.
They looked really short, yeah.
I have
It was
here
giving.
the
My
final
boyfriend
results
broke up
of
with
the
me, so
first
I cut my
Miss
own bangs
Known
at
World
13.
Pageant. Now, if for any reason the winner is
who's
unable to
gonna
perform
win
her
it?
duties,
How's
like
I
she
don't
isn't
care.
here,
Finish. I want to
then
go
the crown will
outside.
go to the first runner-up. I have the ballot right here. And, uh-oh, she won. See? She can't quit now.
She just did.
Right.
Revote.
The winner will be our first runner-up, and that is...
Wait,
Oh no, they're all gonna quit.
I quit
And
too.
then the drag queen's gonna win because she's the
That's
real
right.
queen.
I thought I needed this crown to get away from a lot of bad luck.
Aw, she reminded her that she matters.
I see that our winner is...
Wait,
Okay.
Me too.
Okay, we're all just gonna quit.
I quit too.
The one
is
who's
this,
trying to get
hatching?
food for poor people better not quit, or
Wants
I'm
to
gonna have a
quit. You got a
problem.
problem with that?
We have a winner right here.
Then think again.
Okay, and what if it wasn't
We had
gonna
a
be
deal.
you?
She has a point, which
Well, if
means
people
that our
starved
winner
her.
is...
Queen!
Miss Artifice.
You have no idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Miss Known World.
I love how the seashell's being used as a cornucopia.
Stand back.
You kind of got your lesbian kiss.
Real lesbians are nothing. Where's the love?
So Miss Known World is a man?
Yep.
It's kind of funny, huh?
No, she's a drag
Beauty is beauty.
And peace is peace. I was thinking about calling it Queen for a Gabrielle. What a drag. Gabrielle.
What a drag.
Hey,
What a drag. So wait, the matron lady wasn't involved at all?
Yeah, we never really
He was,
came
like,
to a closure on that, did we?
Listening to them at one point, and then nothing came from it. But maybe she just was, and they didn't, and there was a line I missed or something? I don't know.
If you missed it, I missed it.
In loving memory of Keith K. Walsh. Soundtrack available on Varsity Sarabandi Records, Inc. Filmed entirely on location.
I didn't mean for you to read all of it, just the in
R.I.P.
loving memory.
R.I.P. Keith.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Keith. So we had our first pageant in this universe.
Slay.
What was slay about it?
I think they could have gone actually harder on the costuming. I thought like the first few costumes were pretty good, like the ones where they all matched and like did the dance.
Mm-hmm.
But like their like finale dresses were not that good comparatively.
Yeah.
Like it felt like each dress should have been a step up. And that's just me liking sparkles and stuff like that. But like I was not impressed by the finale dresses. I think the one in the purple and then the silver one were the best. But like Xena's and then the pink one that was kind of ugly were not it.
Well, and the silver one reminded me of the same fabric that they used for Xena in the Hercules series when she's getting into the hot tub.
Yeah.
Except that was darker. So I don't know if it was exact same pattern or anything, but it was the same concept at least.
But I live for letting the drag queen win. Also, they like humanized a drag queen in the 90s.
Yeah.
Which I'll take. And like better than some people are today about people who like to do drag and stuff like that. I think drag is more widely accepted now, but like we hit like a peak of it being widely accepted, and I think for most people it's fun. Like my mom likes to go to a drag brunch or something, but like there is that subsect of people who I think interweave in with transphobia, or like drag queens are grooming your children or something. You're like, what are you talking about? Drag queens don't have time for that.
Well, and although this is a major milestone, having a drag queen in the show, I don't think they went far enough because drag is camp and she wasn't really dressed as a drag queen. Her behavior was
kind of giving like maybe trans, but they didn't know how to truly address that. Or appropriately. So they were like, it seems like the person who wrote it maybe is a little confused between someone who's trans and someone who likes to do drag.
And we're going to talk about who wrote this episode. I don't think they were confused about it, but I think they had to play it this way
that would make sense then.
To get it past censors and that kind of stuff. But I don't think it helped in knowing the difference between somebody who's trans and
I don't think it would
somebody who does drag.
The public on the difference.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and talk about some of the facts stuff. I'll have to go in order, otherwise I'll get lost. So regarding the Hestian virgins, Hesta was the firstborn of the Olympian gods, sister to Zeus, Hera, Aphrodite, etc. She was goddess of the hearth and home. The Roman goddess of the hearth was Vesta. See Vestal virgins. Since the hearth fire was a home's only source of heat and cooking, Vesta was very important. Every town had a sacred hearth fire dedicated to Hesta and maintained by priests and virgins because Hesta had taken a vow of celibacy. So that was just a little background on Miss Amphipolis's charity. Xena going undercover as a beauty pageant contestant mirrors an event from Lucy Lawless's own life. In 1989, she took part as a beauty pageant contestant in Mrs. New Zealand, which she won.
Ooh, queen.
Xena on the runway as an ash blonde, the natural hair color of Lucy Lawless.
That makes so much sense with her coloring. I was like, but she's very striking with the brown hair.
Yeah. Almost black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss Artifice, whose name is pronounced like Artifice, is revealed to be a transgender woman. Atypical for the industry at the time, she is not mockingly portrayed by a man in drag, but by Karen Dior, a trans woman.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't tell Yeah, that's hard because as someone who does know trans people and drag queens,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what they were going for. So I think that's interesting to know it was an out trans person, and so she's actually, yeah, that makes the line at the end where Gabrielle says that not great. Because at the end she says, "So Miss whatever the title is a man," and it's like,
Oh
well, if they're
yeah.
trans and they're not a man.
Yeah, yeah.
If they're a drag queen, then yes, they're a man. If they identify that way.
Right. So, yeah, it adds to the confusion, but Karen Dior is the actress and is a trans woman, which the camp behavior fits, but not the look, of course.
Yeah, that's what was kind of hard to tell exactly which it was, I
Yeah.
guess. I was like, I can't 100% tell what they're going for because the speech kind of felt like it could just be that, like, I'm good at drag and, like, that doesn't do anything for me as a person, but I can use those skills here. But it also makes sense from a trans perspective. I think it just, like, wasn't super clear.
Well, and even though they used a trans woman, I think the character is supposed to be a drag queen because one of the worst things you can do to a drag queen is snatch their wig, right?
Yeah, and they even did like kind of the over top eyeshadow a little bit. Like not Trixie Mattel level, but
Right.
like an actual trans woman is not going to do drag like every day or like
Right.
they're just a person versus like drag is like an art form that you do. So I think but I understand how that would help it get through the censors maybe
Yeah, yeah.
a little bit, but
So a little bit more on Karen. She contracted HIV in 1995 and later worked as
oh,
an AIDS activist. After leaving the adult film industry, wrote and released Sleeping Under the Stars, her first autobiographical work in 2001. The same year, she released an album under the name Jeffrey Karen Dior titled SEX, and she was a member of two bands, the Johnny Depp Clones and Goddess. She also received a PhD in philosophy and religion and became an ordained minister. And so
they
she
did
died.
everything.
Yeah, she died in August 2004 from
No.
hepatitis, which can be a complication
Yeah.
with HIV and just the lifestyle and all that. And then, so the person who wrote the episode is Chris Mannheim, and he said this in an interview. Yes, my brother was gay, and when we were growing up, he'd go to these clubs in Daytona Beach and do drag acts. It just kind of fits that Keith Walsh would inspire a character like that in a beauty pageant. So Keith was his brother.
Okay. Well, that's nice that he did it for his brother. So yeah, it does seem like they were going for drag, especially with that explanation.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean the actor did a great job. I'm just saying she obviously is not a drag queen, she's a trans woman.
Right.
So that's where the complication comes in. But I mean, if she was comfortable playing the character and playing the character that way,
Right.
like live your best life, it's still better than what most you'll see at that time. I rewatch Friends and they drop the T word and you're like, what the hell?
Transvestite?
Yeah, the shortened version. That's just a slur.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
tranny.
yeah.
Okay.
They just dropped that and you're like,
I was like, which T word are we going for?
yeah,
Yeah,
transvestite was like wrong, but like a term used at the time. Like tranny's just a slur. Like that's crazy. But
yeah. Well, and she boy and stuff like that.
yeah,
So yeah,
but you know,
but it it had its landmark episode in the LGBTQ plus community also. So
that makes sense why queer people love this though.
hmm
I don't know. You can just kind of tell when people who work on stuff are maybe more accepting and when they maybe don't know what the fuck they're talking about, which I don't think this one did. I think maybe if you don't know anything about the difference between the two, I don't think this would clear it up for you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't depict either in a negative fashion.
Well, in something I had read, and I didn't have it in the notes for whatever reason, but they weren't sure the kiss would get past the censors, but the censors considered it still a man kissing a woman.
Of course.
So
it's okay.
That's why it went.
Roseanne hadn't kissed a woman on Roseanne yet. Yeah, then she turned into a psycho, so you never fucking know.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this episode?
Overall, I think this was a fun episode. I think it was pretty camp. I mean, the show itself is already camp.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they could have gone a little harder on the camp, like, cliches of maybe either the costuming or the set for the pageant could have been a little bit more extravagant.
Yeah,
but I still liked it.
Xena was a bit campy in her portrayal.
Yeah, I just imagine with Salomonius, he would have went all out on the sets. And I felt like the set, other than the big seashell, was a little bare.
True.
For, like, the set stage decorations.
True.
But I'll take it.
Well, we'll take this as history's first pageant. So
yeah. And a trans woman won. Hell yeah. Take that, UK.
Do you have a question?
Bad people, though.
Do you have a question for everybody?
Trying to think of a question related to pageants. But I don't really care about pageants that much. So I'm like,
It can be whatever you want it to be.
How's your day going, everybody? Be nice in the comments. Just share how your day's going. It's not a big one today. Just like get something off your chest you need to get off your chest to a bunch of strangers that maybe you can't get off your chest to people you know in real life. Take the time.
And admire how Hazel is looking at.
Yeah, she
Brooke.
wants to go outside. Can you guys tell? She's done waiting. Don't forget to subscribe, or else she'll come for you. She'll come for you while you're sleeping.
On that note, thank you all for joining us on this journey. We'll see you on the next journey. Bye.
Bye. She said, I want to go outside.